Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. Welcome. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means that I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, home decor, and lots more with stamps, ink, paper, and all kinds of other products from Stampin' Up! So I've been doing this for 19 years now. Hey Rhonda, if you guys are watching live, make sure you say hi so I can enter you to win the cards I'm going to make today. If you're new to this Facebook Live, welcome and thank you for watching. Please feel free, everybody, to share this video with your friends and groups and family and whoever you want to share it with. And when you do that, yay, Rhonda, when you share it, that does help me. When you comment, it helps me. When you click like or a heart or a laughy face or whatever, that helps me. So thank you very much. But when you share it, make sure you comment that you shared it like Rhonda just did. So you'll be entered to win the cards today extra. So you get entered for commenting and or sharing. Hey, Nancy. So I see a lot of people came on just now. Cindy, good morning. I see Glanda's here. Hey, Veronica says, wow, I caught alive. It's a different day than normal. Hey, Evelyn and Tammy, good to see you. Marilyn, hey. Thanks for sharing, Cindy. I'm looking over at my iPad here. Hey, Dana, thanks for sharing. Hey, Elaine and Sherry and Joni and Jean. Thanks for sharing, Nancy. Sandy. And thanks for sharing, Tammy. So I've been a demonstrator 19 years. This is my full-time job. So I appreciate your business. I appreciate your helping me out with commenting and sharing. Hey, Diane. Jean shared 3 times. Thank you. Kristen, hello. Sandy in North Dakota, thank you for sharing. Linda in Idaho, have to save and watch later, no problem. That's the good thing about Facebook Lives is the whole replay option. Okay, so let's see. As you come on, say hi. I already said that. So normally now I talk about my monthly online ordering special, and I do have one every month. I just was reading Kathy's that she needs to watch replay, so no problem, Kathy. Hey, Alma, good morning. And it's later than normal too for me, by the way, an hour later. But anyway, normally I tell you about my monthly online ordering special right now. And I still have that special going on, and it happens every single month. You get a free class packet with your online order of 25 or more. All that info can be found on my blog. But I'm not going to talk about it today because I have a different special today that you may want to take advantage of instead. You can basically choose your special when you order online by which host code you use. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Monthly classes, of course, for November, they've passed, but every month I offer 4 classes. Anyone can attend. I do have some extra packets from this month left, not very many. What is it called? Scrapbook class. I have 1 packet. Stamp sampler, 1 packet. And Stamp-A-Stack, 1 packet. If you're interested in those, let me know. I've shown sneak peeks for the full samples on other videos, but they're not with me today. They're out being checked out by customers so they can stamp at home. So if you have any interest in those, let me know. Hey, everybody. Thanks for sharing, Sherry. But every month there's a card class, a scrapbook class, a Stamp-A-Stack of cards class, and a sampler class you can take every single month from me. There's 1 registration link. Simple. They can be taken anywhere in the US. You can purchase the tutorials for all 4 anywhere in the world. If you would like the information, you can always ask me, but the best thing to do is sign up for my email newsletter so that you will get notified of everything I do. Hey, Barbara, good morning. But something new I've added is a club option for Sampler and Stamp-A-Stack. And basically it's the same exact price, same time schedule, everything's exactly the same. The only difference is if you stay in the club for 6 months, you get $25 in free merchandise at the end of 6 months. So definitely a win-win on that. Again, any questions, let me know, or you can sign up for my email newsletter, and then you'll get all the links and details that way as well. Also on my blog is lots of info under events. My sneak peek event from the new catalogs that are coming out in January for customers. They're already out basically for demonstrators. We can order from them December 1st. But I have an event coming up, and it will be live with lots of COVID restrictions in Texas, or to go. If you're a demonstrator and you're able to purchase these products early, you can use your own stamps and stamp it at home anywhere in the U.S. Hey, Martha. Hey, Valley Chick. Thanks for sharing, Martha. And hey, Barbara. I can't remember if I said hi to you out loud. I thought it in my head, at least. So the sneak peek event is Saturday, December 12th. Sign up by November 26th if possible, but the real deadline is December 4th. But especially for the live event versus to go, if you sign up by November 26th, which is in 2 days from now, that will help me know if I need to cancel the place I've rented, due to not having enough people to pay for it. Anyway, it's the January to June mini and the celebration sneak peek event. You're going to make 10 different projects with several suites. I didn't print it out again, so I don't remember the names. I'm trying to think where I wrote it down. I might be able to find my notes if someone's burning to know. I can't show you the inside of these catalogs yet per Stampin' Up! Policy, but I have a list somewhere, and it has been emailed out. So, but anyway, I'm using 4 or 5 new stamp sets and or suites from the new catalog. And you're going to get some product with your fee that you get to keep and use the leftovers and other things. There's a door prize entry for everyone who participates live or to go. There's a card swap. You can do live or to go. You just mail them in. And there will be 3 stamping demonstrations, which some will be live and some will be streamed on. They'll all be streamed on Facebook, and some will happen live as well in addition, if that makes sense. And there'll be a private Facebook group for that. Kelly said, good morning, Stampers and Scrappers. Love it. Hey, Janet in North Carolina. Good morning. Thanks for sharing, Kelly and Martha. What did Martha say? Good morning. I'll catch the replay. Okay, no problem. So if you want info on that sneak peek event, again, contact me so I can give you the link to sign up. I've set it up as a Facebook event here in my business page. But once you say yes to that, then I'll send you the link to officially sign up and get put on the list. Don't forget my paper share is coming soon. So this is happening. I just haven't put the link out there yet. And I can't remember if I've emailed it or not, but I posted it on my VIP customer group, which anyone can join. And I've talked about it on Facebook Lives. But so my regular paper share, you're going to get, there's 9 designer papers and 4 specialty papers, 54 6x12 sheets, and 12 to 24 6x6 sheets. Still need to check my math. But it's a lot of paper. And we do 6x12 instead of 6x6 so that you can get more use out of it. And it's just for the paper share, $52 if you pick it up from me, $60 if you want it mailed, and there's no markup on this pricing. This is, we did the math and divided it out by a partial pack, and that's what it cost. But then there's also a party you can take with it, and it's only $15 more. So for $75 with shipping, $68 without, you can take the party as well, which is going to include some make and take projects using your new designer paper. So 9 make and takes, and then if you do the party in addition, so, and when you register, you just choose the party or not. You're going to get tips on how to use designer paper in your projects, a sampling of every designer paper and specialty paper in the January to June mini, which would cost you over $150. Okay, Alma, yeah, I haven't sent a specific email about this. I couldn't remember if I put a blurb about it in my newsletter. But definitely not a specific email because I haven't set up the RSVP link yet in my email system. That's just me being behind. So you are correct on that. You're going to get PDF tutorial and video instruction, the paper Facebook party on January 30th, and that will be recorded so you don't have to be present. And there's 3 demonstrators, not just me. So 3 of us are designing the make and takes and doing the videos. So me, Alejandra Gomez, and April McCright. Yay. 9 make and takes using Happy Thoughts stamp set and Pretty Perennials bundle. You can use your own stamps, you can substitute, or you can add them on when you register. Again, you can purchase just the paper only, no problem. And everything will be cut for you except for your designer paper. You'll trim that down yourself for the projects. RSVP deadline January 17th. Kits ready by January 25th. And I told you guys the prices. So any questions on that, let me know. And you will get a bonus surprise gift on either one of those that you take. Hint, celebration stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down because I'm doing today's live slightly different. Because Stampin' Up! Has a big sale that started today. Now, disclaimer, they're having technical issues. So if you go online to order, whether through yourself as a demonstrator or through me as my customer, and something that should be on sale is not, hold off and give it an hour or 2. They are working on their glitches, unfortunately. But I'm going to tell you all about the sale now. And I'm going to point the camera down. I've got some stuff sitting here that you'll see when I point it down, but that's all part of it. So here we go. And I'm going to make 3 cards, of course. So I just have a sneak peek here of my team meeting make and takes this month. They're super cute. They use a brand new stamp set. So if you are a demonstrator, well, obviously you have to kind of be a demonstrator to come to my team meeting. And this is our party as well. But you can always purchase those to go. So that's perfect. You do not have to attend live. You can get the make and takes to go and use your own stamps at home, or you can attend the live event and I'm trying to center this. You can attend the live event and make them with my stamps there. Those stamps will be available to purchase for demonstrators December 1st, and anyone can purchase the starter kit at any time for $99. So you can, quote, be a demonstrator starting today or December 1st or whenever you want. And December 1st, everybody can order from the holiday catalog. Every demonstrator can. I mean, the holiday. I always say the names wrong. Every demonstrator can order from the new mini and get free celebration items with their purchase December 1st. So if you buy the kit December 1st, you can also choose these items in your starter kit. It's only $99 plus tax only. You get $125 of anything you want. And then, guess what? The new mini die cut machine is going to be available to demonstrators December 1st. Yay. So if you've been waiting for this, now's the time to get the mini kit, the mini machine, which you can purchase as a customer in January. But if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator at $60 plus our discount, you can purchase this December 1st with your discount. Or December 1st, get that starter kit, $99, pick $125, $60 of it can be this machine. So very exciting there. They just announced that to us today. But we have a big sale today, so today's also a good time to place an order or get our starter kit with some sale items in it, so you maximize that $125, and then December 1st buy whatever you want with an additional discount. So this list, which I'm not putting here so you can read it because that's silly, but this is what's excluded from our sale today. Besides what's on this list, and I've underlined things to me that are important, like specifically the punches, which ink pads, because it's like random. There's like 1 or 2 ink pads, most of the adhesives, the holiday rhinestone jewels. I'm assuming that's like a low inventory thing on that. What else did I underline? There's a couple of card stocks besides like your basics, white, vanilla. Those are not on sale. The Playing with Patterns Suite collection is not on sale, not 10% off. However, that's because it includes the Paper Pumpkin mini boxes. So you can individually get everything in that kit for 10% off, except the mini Paper Pumpkin boxes, which is right here, mini Paper Pumpkin box. So again, there's several punches on this. Host stamp sets will not be 10% off. Trio of tags dies. I think that's the only set of dies on this entire list. So it's kind of a random list, but Versamark pad, things like that. But this is a huge catalog. So there are hundreds and hundreds of items that are all 10% off today only. All the designer papers, all the stamp sets except for like one. Again, it's kind of random. I forget which one it is, but there is a stamp set. I don't know if I underlined it. And I've emailed this list out and posted it on Facebook. Besides the host sets, I thought there was one stamp set. I can't remember right now. But every stamp set, 10% off, which is, hint, basically free shipping. All the Stampin' Blends, 10% off today, basically free shipping. Most of the cardstock and ink pads and everything you see on these pages, your ink pad collections where you get all 10 already at a discount. So then you get 10% off on top of that. I mean, pretty much everything you see here. A lot of the storage stuff is not on sale. Almost everything on these pages, your heat tool, all of it, but I'm pointing out expensive things like the heat tool. Those cool ink spots that I love. Every designer paper, none of those are excluded. Love it. The paper trimmer, I have mine here simply to say it's on sale. Today's a great day to get it. Most of the envelopes, I believe, are not on sale, but tons of accessories. I'm going to use this one today. Forever Gold Laser Cut Specialty sale, 10% off. Most of the accessories, there are a few. For example, the holiday rhinestones are not on sale, and the gold, I think the gold glitter enamel dots, I think, are not on sale. Now, you might want to check me on that. I might be also thinking, because I know those are on low inventory. Pretty much all on sale. Get your bone folder, get your scissors, get your take your pick tool, discounted. Every ribbon is discounted. Again, several adhesives are not, so check that out. Most of this is catch up on your clear blocks you need or get those extras. The Stamparatus, which I used last week, is 10% off. Like, this is a pretty amazing sale. Most of the punches, but again, there's several on the list. Bundles, 10% off. So bundles are already marked 10% off, which is a stamp set and an accessory like a punch or dies. So then they're basically 20% off for you today only. The machine is not 10% off, full price. And then here's the bundles of our dies in the back there. So all these are going to be 10% off extra on top of the other 10% off. And then all the dies, except for like one, like I said, the trio of tags, I believe. All the embossing folders, 10% off. And so it's amazing. Does not include, as far as I know, this brochure, the things that are exclusive to this brochure, and it for sure does not include our holiday catalog. However, of course, if you place an order today to get that sale, you can mix and match anything you want. So my big special, which I emailed out this morning, and there's another email going out tonight. I was reading Susan's comment. I'll read it in a second. But this is my host code for this special that I'm doing. Now, my special is November 23rd through 29th. If you want to order later in the week, you can still get my special, but 10% off is only today. So my special is, if you place an online order with me November 23rd through 29th for $50 or more of anything you want, it does not matter what you purchase, whether it's on sale, holiday, it doesn't matter. You're going to receive 10 free current card samples from me. This is just some of my card samples, because trust me, if you've ever been here, you know I have hundreds. but I have picked several from the current catalog, like the holiday catalog. And then, and I'm really, there's Halloween in there. Those were for people to choose. I'm not sending you Halloween cards because that's past, unless you request it, and that's fine. But there will be some fall ones mixed in, some holiday, Christmas, as well as non-holiday and fall. But these are some of the ones I had just grabbed a handful for this video purpose. So you're going to get 10 samples from me. You're going to get a free pack of red rhinestone basic jewels. You're going to get a free full pack of mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And I chose those for a reason. I'll explain when I make my projects. You're going to get a two free tutorials from me from my most recent retreat in a box. There are 27 projects total in there. Some of them are special, like gift card holders and fancy folds. They have all the measurements and everything for you, so you'll get to learn lots of cool projects there. The value of everything from me is over $50. Now, if you're like, I don't do online ordering, you can text or email an order to me, and I will get with you to see how you want to pay for it. Credit card is the preferred method, but, you know, we'll figure that out. And then I can enter it for you with this special. Okay, so any questions on that, let me know. If you don't have our amazing paper trimmer, it's 10% off today. And remember, that's also basically free shipping. Now, this is the host code for my regular monthly online ordering special. If you're like, I don't want free rhinestones, free Stampin' Dimensionals, 2 free tutorials, and 10 free card samples, I just want the card kit plus a free full accessory, then this is your host code for that. So hopefully that makes sense. And also I have some, in my sale email that I sent out, I have some shopping tips for you. So now's a great time to stock up on stocking stuffers for your friends and family. And this is not necessarily related to the sale. It is, but it's not, because things like adhesives, embellishments. I'm trying to find my notes. I'm like going off the script here. We have lots of things that would be great for crafty and non-crafty people. But our kits make great gifts for your crafty friends. So just check out in the annual catalog. There are lots of kits that are not holiday themed, but also paper pumpkin subscriptions, or just purchase a couple of paper pumpkin boxes for December. Those make great gifts. Lots of great gift ideas. Of course, gifts for yourself are the best. You can tell everybody, hey everybody, Shirley, it's Shirley Taylor's birthday today. Happy birthday, Shirley. Everybody can wish Shirley a happy birthday. Good morning, Debbie. Thanks for sharing, Linda. And Susan had said, I really wanted the Forever Fern bundle and ordered it this morning. Good thing, because it's on low inventory. So, yes. So you can get, with my sale especially, now's a great time to get, okay, I thought I lost my card for a second. I gave myself a small panic. You can get, have your gift givers get gifts for you by either sending them to my website with a list or having them contact me to place the order for them. You can ask for gift certificates from me, and that's simply emailing me and saying, or texting, I want a gift certificate for this amount, and then I find out how they want it delivered by email, digitally, mailed, or pick up from me. It can be for any amount. And of course, our starter kit would make the best gift of all, right? Because it's only $99. You get to choose 125 of anything you want, and that would be a great gift for you to give yourself this year for Christmas. So, I'm checking my list before I start on this card. And, oh, don't forget about Kirby Celebrations. So that one is not on sale, but if you're ordering with my special and you wanted anything from Kirby Celebrations, which is a sneak peek from the new January to June mini, and then 2 holiday items that are while supplies last. This paper is currently on back order, but it'll be in within a week. The Classic Christmas and then the Curvy Christmas stamp set. Those are going to be only available till January 4th or while supplies last. Anyway, if you wanted those will qualify for my ordering special as well. Okay, so now I think I'm ready to get started stamping. So almost, I believe everything I'm going to use on this card besides some of the adhesives is on sale, but I believe dimensionals are on sale, 10% off. So the ribbon I'm going to use, the designer paper, the stamp set, of course, Zany Zebras. If you don't have that yet, now's the time. It's adorable. This is my first time using it, but I've had it for a while. 2-inch circle punch. I mean 2 1/4. Why not? Unless it's excluded, but I do not think so. All of these items are on sale, and then some of the cardstock as well. Let me real quick: scallop tag topper punch, banner triple, delightful tag topper, punch punch, fancy tag topper, lovely labels pick a punch. And those are all the punches I underlined. So yeah, 2 1/4-inch circle punch is on sale. Okay, so to make a card, I'm going to remove this host code for now for space. We are going to start with an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock that's been cut in half. So it's 5.5 by 8.5. So this is where your paper trimmer comes in. You're welcome, Shirley. Hey, Jewel, good morning. And we just fold it in half with this amazing tool called the bone folder, on sale today. And that the bone folder makes the wrinkles inside your card almost zero compared to if you just fold it with your finger. So we fold the card in half. Normally I would have you stamp like handmade by and sign your name on the back, and then you set this aside. That's your card base. And then I have all these pieces to use on this card. So we're using this adorable Playing with Patterns 6x6 designer paper. It's from our annual catalog, so of course it's on sale, 10% off today. And it's just really fun, bright colors. It goes with lots of different suites in our catalog. So not just the one that it's pictured with in the catalog. But so let me show it to you real quick. When you're looking in our catalog at the beginning, there is a suite guide. So if you know what it is, which this one is the Playing with Patterns suite, page 100. That paper, designer paper, is in this suite, Playing with Patterns. This is the one suite that's not 10% off. However, that's no big deal because it's just because the mini paper pumpkin boxes are not. But if you order these items individually, they're all 10% off besides the paper pumpkin. And I'm going to use this alphabet set of dies later. So they are, well, I don't have the price here, but the bundle, Pattern Play bundle, is $45. Page 102. I still don't think it's going to show me the individual price. But that's a great savings, even if you just purchase the dies alone. $45, is that what I said? Yes. That seems cheap to me, actually, is why I was questioning myself. So, I got off on a... Oh, I was saying that this paper, even though it's with this suite, it matches so many other things in our catalog besides these stamps and dies. Okay, so super cute. Love it. And from that paper, I have trimmed down, well, actually, first I have a piece of Bermuda Bay. Oh, I think no, I'm not. I mean, sorry, Coastal Cabana. That's 4 by 5 1/4. So all of Stampin' Up's colors match and coordinate. Coastal Cabana here. And of course, we have a Coastal Cabana ink pad as well. So 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then this piece of designer paper, I cut down to 3, did I? It's supposed to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So I need to trim that down a little more. I did not do that on purpose, but let me bring in my paper trimmer. 5 inches. Let's just cut off some of that navy at the bottom. And now it will mat perfectly. And then these are scraps of Whisper White, which is not on sale. Still a great deal, but you know. Purple Posy and Coastal Cabana cardstock. And then when you're cutting down cardstock to this size, 4 by 5 1/4, you end up with these 1/2-inch strips. And especially with white, if you'll save them, you can use them on projects later. So that's where this cut came from. And then I trimmed one of them down to, I think it's, yeah, 2 inches for my greeting. So this is back up in case I mess up. But that's 2 by 1/2 inch. So for our stamping from Zany Zebras, I'm going to use all 3 of the adorable zebras. And then the happy birthday stamp. And I'm just using black ink on this card, so it's Memento Black. That's what I'm using because I'm not like coloring this in with, I don't need to worry about coloring, which there's 2 different blacks for coloring depending on what you're coloring with. I don't need to worry about it, so I'm not going to. So I'm going to stamp this over to the left-hand side. Hold it down firm for a couple of seconds and let it go. And by the way, Memento Black you can press really hard on because and really firmly because it's, sorry, oh, I got the wrong color out. This one I need to replace with a different color. Anyway, it's a different kind of ink pad than our regular one, so press really firmly. So this guy goes on Calypso Coral cardstock, so I need to go grab a sheet of that. This one is going to go on the Purple Posy, and this is just a scrap, so I'm just stamping it centered enough that I can punch it out with that circle punch. And then this one is going to go on the Whisper White. It will end up being a circle. And then I am going to have to run over here and grab a piece of, what did I call it? Yesterday, I couldn't remember the name of this color either. Calypso Coral. I literally had to look it up yesterday for some reason. My brain was blanking out. This is the cutest zebra to me. The one that's like running or bucking or whatever he's doing. Super adorable. Okay, and then simple, just punch out. This card's very simple, by the way, obviously. And I just chose those other 2 colors from the designer paper. Could have been any colors from that I wanted, including this one, but since that's my base, that wasn't what I was thinking. And then for the banner, or the greeting, I'm going to make it into a banner. So I stamped it on the left side on purpose so that on the right I could cut a banner. And so I'm going to make 1 straight cut up the center and then cut from each corner to that other cut mark. We do have punches that do this as well, but sometimes it's just, for me, sometimes it's easier to just grab my scissors. Depends on the mood. And then the ribbon I'm going to use, this is called Playing with Patterns, so it's part of that suite, but it's sold individually as well. You get 3 different ribbons in the 1 pack. Hey Dorothy, hey Buffy, hey Linda, Aunt Linda, hello. Susan says one of her favorite papers. You can see I've used almost all of this ribbon, but it's really pretty. So that's on sale as well. I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana and make a bow. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on the roll because I can. And I'm going to do a bunny ear bow. So 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between, and all my fingers are facing me, none are pointing away. Then I'm going to cross my right over the left, and then that same right loop is going to go down in the bunny hole. And then it always looks really ugly, and you fix it by modifying it like this, and I always just hold onto that center part when I'm pulling on the ends. So, pretty good there. This is a really stiff ribbon, so you can like go in and make the loops a little more fluffy basically before you before or after you attach it to your card, actually. Let's see, and then I think my ends are okay. You could trim those down, obviously, if you needed to. Okay, so those are all the parts. Let's just put this card together. It's a nice, simple design. So we will attach the designer paper to the Coastal Cabana. And I did want the the Calypso Coral to be at the top. Or no, it's going to be at the bottom, actually. I'm wrong. But I did want it in a specific place, so bottom. Because of how I placed these circles on here. So like that. And then the white circle will go at the top. He'll be kind of looking up a little bit. And then Calypso Coral. And so if you do my ordering special and you get the free mini dimensionals, a customer at card class, at Stamp Stack class this month, was asking me, how many dimensionals do you get in the minis versus the big ones? And so we looked in the catalog, and in the minis you get 720, plus the edges are really wide that you can of course cut up and use individually. So 720, because you get 3 sheets, plus the edges. In the regular dimensionals, you get 300. So if you cut them all in half, that's 600. That's still not as many as 720. So Brenda, it was Brenda Fellbush. Thank you, Brenda. And I decided that it could be just as economical to use the minis instead of the big ones in general. Of course, you're always going to have a need for the big ones at some times. And like I told her, sometimes cutting these in half, these big ones, that shape is perfect for things. Like it's really good for a greeting like this, but for example. But anyway, long story short, we said instead of cutting them in half a lot, we could just use the minis because it does not take as much lift as you may think. And your card will look pretty much the same as someone else who put 20 dimensionals back there. It's still lifted up. So anyway, that was our little... And she brought it up and asked me about it, but that was our little discovery at class this weekend. So that's why I'm giving you mini dimensionals with your order. Long story short on that. And then I have a mini glue dot here for my bow. I'm just going to peel back till I see one dot. Press that onto the, press the embellishment onto the dot and then pick it up. And this little guy is going to have a bow on. So that's it. Quick and simple little birthday card with a great stamp set and designer paper that are on sale this month. Or this month. No, today only. If you, or I hope you like the card, I should say. I was going to say if you like the card, but no. I hope you like the card because by commenting on the video today, you'll be entered to win all 3 of the cards I'm going to make today. So that's our first one. And by the way, I think at the beginning I forgot to say this, but I didn't say what suite I'm using because I'm just using a bunch of different stuff that's on sale that I think is something good to stock up on during the sale, basically. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Alma and Susan. Okay, so for this one, I think a great way to spend 10% off is the Amazing Hippo Happiness Bundle. Now, if you're not into hippos and unicorns and horses and sheep and butterflies, the dies are still amazing. Look at all these. Even if you get the dies and you never use the animals, all these label shapes that nest inside each other. There's 4 of this shape, 3 of this one, 3 of this one. That alone is worth the price for Hippo Happiness. And the dies are called Hippo and Friends. And so I'm using these on my card today with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So that bundle is 10% off, which makes it 20% off right now, today only. The dies alone are 10% off. The stamp set alone is 10% off. This designer paper I'm going to use, which is our Brights. It's just called Brights 6x6. So basically every color family we have has a set like this. So if brights aren't your thing, you might want regals or naturals, neutrals, or subtles. But this is the brights. And then the in colors have a paper pack like this as well. You always get 48 sheets with our 6x6 papers. And I'm using Flirty Flamingo today from this paper. One of my favorite pinks that we have. These ink pads we're going to use are on sale. The ribbon, which is the white crinkled seam binding, is on sale. So lots of sales today. I have already die cut this, but if you don't know how to die cut, I'm going to die cut. I'm going to actually physically do it on the last card, so you'll see. So, pre-stamped that. Let me move that aside so you can get a surprise. So I pre-die cut with Whisper White and Flirty Flamingo, 2 of the label pieces. And they have little stitches around the edges, so even more adorable. All of them have that on this set. Well, no, these 2 have the stitches. This one has like a embossing edge. A scrap of Whisper White, our card base just like before. And then the designer paper is it should be 4 by 5 1/4. Yes, I'll show you the back. 4 by 5 1/4 to go on the front of the card there. Then I have that crinkled seam binding, then another scrap of my 1/2-inch strips that are left over from cutting, and that one is 2.5 inches. Okay, so I actually have used these dies a ton, but this is my first time using my Hippo and excuse me, Hippo Happiness stamp set. But I had asked my friend Rhonda, she uses it all the time, if it's difficult to align. And she basically told me no. Then she was like, well, I had a little trouble with this one, but in general, no, it's easy. But of course, if you find it difficult, you can use the Stamparatus. But like, for example, the hippo, you use these 3 stamps to make the hippo, 2 for the horse plus the face, and then you can add a horn, a unicorn horn. So they're all multiple steps. So you can use the Stamparatus for alignment. And I will show you, hopefully, how easy it is to do without the Stamparatus. So the largest, most solid image, have a little dirt on there, I think, is going to be your lightest color. So I'm using Petal Pink. And then the one with more detail, less image, will be darker. And then, of course, I'm just going to do the face in black. So, you want to tap more gently on our regular ink pads. You can tap a lot and all around, and it can be firm, but you don't want to press so hard that you get ink here. That's not going to give you a good stamp image. And if you don't have a very firm table, I recommend the Stampin' Pierce Mat, which is in our online store under your cardstock to get a good image. Also, when an image is this solid, you can usually pick it up and the paper will stick to it, and you can press from underneath to make all the ink transfer. So the next step is simply a matter of really watching what you're doing. You may see the top of my head because you have to get your head right over it. Probably, if you need readers, that's a good idea as well. And then my other thing is I'm just sort of prepared to do it again if I mess up. So that one is a tiny bit off. That actually wouldn't bother me. Can you see how it's not fully aligned right there? That doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, you can just try again. But I did 3 when I made these cards, 2 good and 1 bad, basically. So I pre-did 1 for today, just in case. But let me show you how to do the face. So for this one, there's these little marks. I'm trying to remember how that goes. Right above the mouth for, I don't know if those are cheeks or, I think it is the cheek. Anyway, these 2 dots, there's these 2 little marks, and that's what you align. They're little like accent pieces. I pressed kind of hard on that. So you align the little accent pieces with, this is terribly aligned, with the two little cheeks. And let me pull in the one I pre-did. It's just stamped a little better. But it's not really that hard, and a lot of these type of stamps, the practice is, oh, that's where I need to look when I align this, and you get used to that. Plus, I didn't put my readers on, which I should have, but, you know, I didn't. So there's that. Let me find a card sample. My greeting, so then I would just die cut this out, by the way, sorry. There's a hippo die, run it through the machine, just like you'll see me do on the next card. So that's that. Then, for my greeting, there's lots of cute greetings in this one, but this one says hip hippo hooray. Very cute. And we're going to stamp that in Memento Black, this time just right in the center of this scrap. I'm not going to make a banner. Now, the photopolymer on that part makes it super easy to align. You can see right where you're stamping. Okay, I think we're ready to assemble. Again, it's now just simple. The rest of this card, just if I can make myself a little space here. I'm going to bring back those mini dimensionals, and this one's maybe a little larger. I forgot where, I think I was in person with Landa at something. Anyway, I think it was Landa. It might have been someone at my other event. Anyway, the comment was made that she said, whoever it was said, I even cut those in half, which was funny, but I've cut those in half too, the minis. But usually that's because of literal, you know, making something fit on a project space. Then I'm going to place my hippo with dimensionals, so just a couple of my minis. And she's going to be like at a little angle right there. And then the greeting is going to go here, but I'm going to wait and attach it after this is all on the card, because I attached it first on my other sample. And then when I put it all together, it was a little bit crooked, so I'm not really sure what I even did. But just to avoid that, I'll do it last. So for this, I'm just going to tie this ribbon around with a bow. And how I do that is I get the ribbon, I leave it on the roll when I can, and I get it to the point where I need someone to put their finger there, and then I use these reverse tweezers from like the craft store. We don't sell them. And that holds my ribbon in place while I tie my bow. And another tip is, for me, I know for you guys this is right side up, this is the bottom, but for me that's upside down. And if you tie your bows upside down when they go around a project, then they end up right side up on the project. It's kind of weird, but that's how the math works out. And then by tying it from the roll, there's no waste on this one side. So I like to do that when I can. So let me trim this down now. Yes, looks good. And then of course you can adjust where the ribbon is when you've tied it around like this. I basically want it centered. And I'm just going to make sure this fits, that I don't need to move the bow more this direction. I think it's fine. So now I can attach this to my card base. How's everybody doing? Nostrils. That's what I thought, Janet, but then I was like, maybe it's cheeks. I don't know. I felt dumb when I started saying it because I didn't think about it yesterday or whenever I made these. I think it was Sunday. But then when I started saying it, I thought, I don't know, maybe it's cheeks, but I did think it was nostrils too, so I'm glad you said that. I felt dumb. You know, have you ever done that? You start talking and then you're like, I think what I'm saying makes no sense, or I sound like an idiot. That's what I did. So I'm glad you said that. Nostrils on the little hippo. I haven't seen a live hippo in a while. So just place that there. And then hopefully I can place my greeting semi-straight. And that's it for this card. It's very simple. There's a lot more embellishment that could have happened. I also thought about, from looking, I honestly didn't even end up doing it, but I thought, I know there's a lot of little background kind of images. I guess there's not a lot, but there's little stars I could have stamped here, or put a balloon. So it could be embellished a lot more, but that's where I left it. And I think it's really cute, but you know, you could step it up a lot, of course, like anything, especially like anything that I make. So there you go. I think she's cute. It could definitely be a balloon right there. But great deal with the sale. Okay, so this last card is my favorite card. I am going to use that die cutting machine, which this, what I'm going to do, I've done on a Facebook Live before, but anyway, so I have my white card base. I have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 shaded spruce, and it has been embossed with the Dainty Diamonds embossing folder. Yes. I was like, I'm pretty sure I brought it over here. This is what the embossing folder looks like, as it may be hard to see that design on the video. And that's on sale, of course. And then I have a scrap of Whisper White, a piece of our gold foil, and then a piece of our foam adhesive sheets. And pretty much everything I'm using on this card today is on sale except for this red velvet. So you can get and the white, of course, is not. But the ink pad, the cardstock, the foam adhesive sheets, the gold foil, and the star of this show, the Playful Alphabet dies. And that bundle. So one, you know, you could get the bundle or just the dies. So the bundle comes with Pattern Play, which I'm not using on this card, and the stamps, the dies, I'm sorry, which are called Playful Alphabet. And the bundle's $45. I didn't look up the price of the dies alone, but they're obviously less than $45. And then they're 10% off today. So that's that part, and I'm using the word Mary, which, by the way, there are multiples of certain letters, so there's 2 R's. There's 2 of a lot of stuff. I always have trouble finding them when I'm forced to look, like in a hurry, but there's 2 A's. I'm sure there's 2 E's. I'm just not seeing it at this exact moment because that's how it is. So 2 E's and so on. It's a great, great alphabet. And then my greeting is going to come from Perfectly Plaid. I just needed the word Christmas to go with Mary, and I wanted to find one that you could get in the sale if you wanted to. So I'm going to use this Christmas right here from that big greet. Oh no, did I use this one? Either one would have worked. Let me look. Yeah, I used this one, but I could have used either. This one actually would have been easier on me. It's basically the same font, but less cutting around. But anyway, I'm going to use that Merry Christmas, or I'm going to use Christmas from Perfectly Plaid. That's in our annual catalog, so that's on sale. And red satin ribbon from our annual catalog, so that's also on sale. Super pretty. But the other thing I'm using is the Forever Gold Specialty laser cut. Where does it say? Forever Gold Specialty Designer Paper. I thought it was called laser cut. Anyway, it has all these different shapes. This is in the annual catalog, so it's on sale. And they're in a gold foil. It's shinier than our regular gold foil. And they just pop right out, like so easy. It goes with our Forever Greenery Suite, the one I think Susan was talking about earlier. And you can see I've used a lot of my pieces here. Ooh, this wreath might work on the card I'm making today too. So there's a wreath right here. Just falls out like that. And then this is the one I used on my card. So I'm gonna take both out and see which one we like better. but it's awesome. 10% off today only. Unless they change it, but it's today only. There's some square pieces back here. This is just awesome paper. And I wanted to show you the foam adhesive sheets. So they come in this size, and I've cut up and used a ton of them. But when you do cut them up and use them, you're going to have these little strips left over. Or you might have these little strips left over, I should say. And so I, of course, don't want to waste those. So I'm going to use those as my dimensionals on this card today. But I could use them on any projects I want, of course. Okay. So let's scoot all this out of the way and fold our card base in half. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the die cutting real quick. And like I said, you've seen this, you may have seen this before on a video from me. So I cut my gold foil down to a size that I figured out would fit all of these letters on it. Okay, which ends up being 1 7/8 by 2 inches, which you could do 2 by 2. And then I made the foam piece a little bit smaller than that. Let me show you on the front so you can see a little better. So it's just a tiny bit smaller. You don't want the foam is sticky on both sides once you peel the backing off, and you don't want that sticky poking out the edges. So you stick the foam to the back of whatever paper you're using. This is the same way an adhesive sheet would work. But again, you don't want it coming out the front because then it would be sticky and stick to your die cut machine as it goes through. This way, nothing's sticky because we haven't peeled that off yet. And then I'm going to use my awesome Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is available now. The mini will be available in January for customers and in December for demonstrators. Oh my goodness, I caused an avalanche. But the big one's available now. And so I have it all set up. It comes with everything you need to die cut or emboss. Technically, you don't have to purchase anything extra to use any of our dies or embossing folders. And the order I cut these doesn't matter, obviously, as long as I fit them all on here, blade facing down, and don't overlap the dies. And then I'll put a clear cutting pad on top and run that through. I cannot remember now if I did it twice. So I'm going to do it, go back twice just in case, since it's thick. Honestly, I don't think I did, but who knows. And then everything's cut. Remove this. And so the purpose of the foam adhesive sheets, which you can use really on any of the non-intricate dies, is they give the entire piece of paper lift. But especially for these alphabets, it looks really awesome. It makes them so much more substantial than just die cutting a piece of paper, which I do all the time, but you know, it's a lot more substantial that way. So I'll move my dies. Don't want to lose those. And poke out the center of the R's. Oops, which is really simple there. This looks kind of cute, but I'm not sure what we would do with it. Although if you, you know, cut those in the correct order, there might be a project in there. And sorry, it was a part of it stuck to my finger. Let me finish stamping real quick so that we'll have all our pieces and we can put this card together. A, P, and all vowels. Is that what you're saying, Dorothy? A and P, and then all the vowels are double in the alphabet set. So I'm just stamping Merry Christmas on a scrap in real red. And then I'm going to hand cut out Christmas, as y'all know I do. So you want to, when you're curving around, this is nice and straight, you want to move the paper as much as possible versus the scissors, And don't keep cutting like this. Try to open the scissors wide and make a cut for as long as you can before reopening. That'll give you a smoother cut. But I want to omit the word Christmas. I could have also just inked up with a marker, a real red marker, and only inked up the word Christmas, but I actually wanted this hand cut out look anyway. Paper's getting in my way. So that's why I did it this way, but that's another option to omit words or images in a stamp, is to use a regular marker, not a Stampin' Blend, just a regular old marker to ink up your images with the brush tip end. Then you have to breathe on it, which re-moistens that marker ink that dries really quickly. Okay, so there's that. I think that one might be cut a little less well than my first one, but like always, whoever wins the card is going to get the better version. So let me find my rhinestones. I showed them to you guys because they're something you can get if you place an order with me today. And then I threw them aside and lost them, but there they are. Okay, so these are all my pieces. I'm going to see how I like this wreath on this version of this card. But we may go back to this one is what I used on my original. We'll see. Okay, so this is a piece of our red velvet paper, which is soft and velvety and amazing. It's in the holiday catalog. It's 1 by 3 inches, and that's where Mary is going to go. And that red is just super vibrant, so that's why I chose that. And it's almost like a going to be like a banner across the middle of this wreath. And I started to do a banner and cut the ends, but then I decided to just go with a solid piece of cardstock. I'm trying to lay them out here, but the sticky edges are getting me. Just for my spacing. Okay. So just peel off the backing. The whole thing's sticky. The whole thing's raised up. It's awesome. Place that down on your project. They do not like me today. I'm just gonna hope I space it properly, and I'm not gonna press super hard until I have everything where I want it, so that I can adjust and modify if needed. Hey Betty, thanks for sharing. Yes, you can check out replay. I feel like my E, yeah, everything got scrunched, so I'm gonna scoot it over. The E was too far to the right. That's why I like to lay it out first, but it wasn't cooperating. There we go. That's pretty good. So isn't that, like, I don't know if it shows on the video how substantial it is because of the adhesive, foam adhesive sheets, but it just looks really impressive in person anyway. Okay, so I was checking my sample again. I'm ready to attach this. It looks like I'm almost out of this adhesive. Oh, as I say it, it runs out. Do I have a refill? Yes. Okay, so these are refillable, the Stampin' Seal. When you refill them, always clean them out. Look at all that glue that was stuck to that. Do you see it? I can't tell if I'm holding it correctly. That can interfere and make you not, like, make this not work as good. So take advantage when you refill these and clean out both sides of that opening. Get all the excess adhesive out of there. And then this part that I took out is trash. And then the refills come like this. And you can use these bags to store them in. I never do like to store the whole thing in, but you can. And then there's these little, one side has the parts that stick out to assemble it. And then put it, that's how you refill it. Super quick and easy. And you may have to advance it the first time, like I just did. Get the adhesive moved up to the front. Okay. There's my shaded spruce. So let's see if this wreath looks good. Oh yes, I like it. It's going to say Merry Christmas, and there's going to be a bow and a little rhinestone. So you'll get to see both versions. So for this, I will use my silicone craft sheet to add adhesive to the back. This, to me, is a must-have product, the silicone craft sheet, which, by the way, 10% off today. But it keeps adhesive off of your table and or your scratch paper when you're doing intricate things like this. And I'm just putting adhesive on a few of these solid leaves, not all of them, and just very sparingly because I don't want it to show through on the front. And this is so skinny and delicate, it doesn't need a ton of adhesive. It'll be fine. There's that. I'm gonna do Mary Flat. I did on my other card use Stampin' Dimensionals on this wreath because it had that big solid center. I just want that to go right across the middle. And then Christmas we'll use Dimensionals. I'm doing this one a little bit opposite of the other card. So a couple of my minis. And then I'm going to tie another bow, which I just showed on another card, so I'll just do it quicker now. A bunny ear bow again with that real red satin. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving this week. I know it's a weird year, difficult times, so I hope it's good for you guys, whatever you end up doing, which I'm sure you have plans already. It's not like you're going to figure that out later this week. But and then that's if you're in the U.S., of course. Our Thanksgiving is this week. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. So there's my bow. Okay, let's trim more off. And then mini glue dot that on. And then the rhinestone, I just added it to the dot of the eye in Christmas on the other card. Not sure if I might want to sprinkle some around on this card, around the wreath, since it's a different type of wreath. Take your pick tool. If you don't have one of these, now's the time. Stock up. Basically get that free shipping. And if your order today, or this week, I should say, is $50 or more through me with this host code, you're going to get a full pack of these rhinestones, a full pack of mini Stampin' Dimensionals, 10 card samples, and 2 free PDF tutorials to make some, I believe it's 27 projects altogether in those tutorials. So there's one version, and here's the other version using that Forever Greenery laser cut foil, although they call it, I think, just specialty paper. I forgot to use these, but you could have used these as the dimensionals on this card. I just forgot. So let's look at both versions, see which one you like better. I think I really like this one better, but this was more what was in my head when I was coming up with the card, like a regular, more traditional wreath. But I think I like this one better because it fills in the space more. What do y'all think? So I guess we'll look at this one. Let's look at all 3 cards from today. So just a weird variety, almost unrelated, of products, but they're all related by being on sale. And I hope y'all like them. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Sue. Thanks, Betty. Thank you, Jean. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like them. it was interesting because I was just basically like, oh, the whole big catalog's on sale. Let me see what I haven't used yet that I want to play with. So it gave me that opportunity, since I've been focusing on the holiday catalog so much for myself and with customers. So if y'all have any questions on, see if I can move it closer, on anything from today, just let me know. You can always email me or text me, or yeah, those are the main two things, and I can get you the info you need and or help. Darn it, I always have stuff off center. But anyway, if you have any questions on any of that, let me know. Like I said already, but happy Thanksgiving. I like the second one, though both are nice. So Dawn, Isabel's watching me. Hello, Isabel. You're supposed to be studying. Dawn, is this the second one you mean? Or this one? I'm thinking you mean this one is second. And that's just like, as I brought this one out second, but I made this one second, so. But I bet Dawn means this one. Okay, well, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Let me bring this camera back up. Hope y'all have a great one. Next week, I agree, Janet, everybody should have the Playful Alphabet dies. And when those came out, I was like not too happy about how small they were, but they've been really great for projects. So I have to take it back. Oh, Dawn said open wreath. Okay, cool. I like it. It does look good. Yeah, maybe you're right. If I look at it on the camera, I like the open one better. It's weird, but looking at them like this, I like this one better. So, interesting. Okay, well, yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Happy not Thanksgiving if you're not in the U.S. Have a great week. I should be back on normal time, which is normally Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central Time. But this Thursday is Thanksgiving. So, Isabel, happy Thanksgiving. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.